the soft top. I can't remember, but ever since I did those two things, I've been driving the Jeep a lot. It's been my little daily driver again. I drive to work all the time, and the reason why it's in the garage again today is because I got to do something that's long overdue. I've got to change the oil in it. Now, bleh. Sorry, don't know if you saw that bug flying around my face just now, but the last time I changed this oil, I'm pretty sure I was still single. And as bad as that sounds, me and my girlfriend been together for 4 years, and I'm pretty sure that was the last time I changed the oil. Was 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. It may have been 5 years ago. Not gonna lie to you. So, not gonna lie to y'all. I think it's been at least 5 years since I've changed the oil in this thing. It's very long overdue, and it's actually got one of those self-changing oils, if you know what I mean. And by the way, this is not leaking anything. It's literally raining outside, and I just pulled it in, so it's very wet under here. But it's got one of those self-changing oils, you know, where it leaks out of the rear main seal. So all you have to do is just kind of add a quart to it every now and then. You know, self-changing. And oil always looks very pretty. But the problem is the oil filter. I don't remember the last time that oil filter got changed. So we're going to go ahead and just do a whole change on this thing. That way I know it's all fresh and good. In case anyone was wondering what the underside of a Jeep looks like. So if nobody on here has ever worked on a Jeep before, they are literally the easiest things to work on, like, ever. Drain bolts right here is a 5/8. If you don't have a 5/8, it's also a 16. And also, words of advice, let your engine, oh my God, that is not coming out. Oh my God, that was tight. Dang, that was really tight. Okay. Anyways, like I was saying, let the engine warm up a little bit before y'all drain the oil, because it actually helps it flow out better. And I actually didn't drive it today because I don't usually like driving this thing in the rain. Just my preference. I drove my truck today, but I let it run out there in the driveway for a little bit, so it's not crazy hot. Not too black. For those who want to hear a very true and very funny story, one night back when I was living at home, and I was going to the gym and stuff, I usually go to the gym at night. That's just kind of my personal preference. I don't like people watching me. That's just me. But when I was on my way there, something was in the middle of the road. It was like a bunch of it looked very watery and wet. I didn't know what it was. I noticed a couple cars driving through, another couple cars going around it. So it's a nighttime. It's like around maybe the summertime. And I roll the window down. I'm just driving along. And I decide, like, I wonder what it is. So I drive through it. And I immediately got the smell of very sewery, septic tank smelling, dead cow smelling nastiness. And it literally went all up in here, got all up in here. My arm was hanging out the window, got all on my arm. And yeah, it was very nasty. And I drove it all the way to the gym like that. Got to the gym, kept smelling it on me, went to the bathroom, tried my best to rinse it off. And honestly, I don't even think I worked out that night. I think I just turned around and went back home because it was all over my arm. The whole thing was smelling nasty. And I got home and got a shower, went out the next day, went to the car wash, and I literally pressure washed this Jeep for probably over an hour. Like, literally just nothing but pressure washer and soap. And I went all up in here on all 4 fenders 1,000 times. So yeah, there's a fun story for y'all. It's very nasty. I'll never forget it. All right, you know how I know it's been a while since I changed my oil? That is a freaking mud dauber's nest on my oil filter. That's crazy. All right, well, there's the old filter. Nothing spectacular. Old microguard. I got the little mud dauber nest off. When you're changing the oil, always make sure this little black ring comes out with it. And it was pretty black, but I don't know really what I was expecting. I guess I was expecting it to be a lot worse. But just looks like any other normal oil change, really. Alright, so fun fact for those who didn't know this, but if you have a 2001 Dodge Dakota, your Jeep Wrangler and your Dodge Dakota take the same oil filter. So, fun fact for y'all. And also, I took this oil filter off from the bottom, and probably wasn't the best idea because my whole arm got drenched. Probably should have just done it up here, but luckily it was not tight. It was literally just as hand tight as it was when I put it on there like 4 or 5 years ago. So literally, just like that. And never had an issue with it. Hand tight, that's all you gotta do. Make sure you get your favorite brand motor oil from your favorite auto parts store. And we're not going to talk about all the oil I just spilled everywhere. You know, I've always wanted to get one of those like really cool 4.0 We're just gonna ignore all the oil I just kind of spilled everywhere. On a side note, I've always thought about getting one of those really cool valve covers, like those really nice aluminum valve covers. They got the cool little designs on them and stuff. Or at least just paint this one a different color. Should I do it? Should I do it for another video? We'll talk about it. Grab the dipstick. Stick back in. And we are right where we need to be, and that is a lot cleaner than it used to be. Also, for those who don't have a Jeep, it's really nice when you just lift the hood up and do this and have all the lighting under here for it. Very, very handy. Well, alright, that's pretty much the end of this video. I know it's just kind of a quick and easy video, just changing the oil on this whole thing, but hope it helps somebody out there. And also, it was kind of a funny little mess that I made on myself, but now it's time to go drive this thing and probably burn all that oil off that I spilled all over the top of it. So yeah, let's go do that. Alright, so I brought it outside so y'all can see it. I don't think that was in the oil pan. I'm pretty sure that was already just in the drain pan when I added it to it. Added this old oil to it, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's actually not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still really bad, but I was expecting it to be very sludgy because, you know, Chryslers are known, or maybe it was just my Dakota, but they're very known for being very sludgy if you don't change the oil on them pretty regularly. So yeah, I was actually expecting that to be a lot worse. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I think just in the past 7 years that I've owned this Jeep, this thing has gotten the most love it's ever gotten in just the past few months. Getting an oil change, inside's all painted up and cleaned up, newish top, And yeah, this thing still looks pretty freaking good, considering it's 23 years old now. Yeah, pretty happy with it.